Your boss won't listen to you. Your spouse doesn't listen to you. Your kids barely know you're alive. But here at The Fan, we love and appreciate you.
Just when we learn to appreciate what a huge wussy you are.
This is the show for the people, by the people. It's The Fan Call-In Show.
Presented by the ESPN Bet Sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Here are the leaders of the Lunatic Fringe, Scotty Vegas and Ryan Baker.
Welcome in. One of my favorite hours of the week. It is the Fan Call-In Show, and that's because it is your show. 614-821-9710 is the number to call in. We will talk about anything in the sports world that you want to talk about, but there are a couple topics, Scotty Vegas, that we want to get into. One of them you guys just got into at the end of On the Money, and I'll have some sound here in a moment from Ross Bjork, kind of talking about what you guys were talking about. But this week, Ohio State fall camp opening up. We'll have Ohio State football in some form here. I mean, practice, yeah, but some form every day now until who knows when. Hopefully, what is it, January 26th or what? Whatever the national championship game is this year. Hopefully, we have Ohio State football to talk about for a really long time, and that's exciting. And one of the things this week is you start to see fall practice, and you were out there for a lot of it. The Fan was out there, and you see all the guys that cover, and you start hearing them talk about certain players. Obviously, Jeremiah, just a stud. Caleb Downs, you hear about him, but you start hearing about some of the guys you don't know. A Max Clare, who we think is really good, but we here in Buckeye Nation don't really know what he's going to give us. You're hearing about the quarterbacks. You're hearing about some of these younger players for Ohio State, the Devin Sanchez's of the world, the Quincy Portals of the world, guys that we don't know how much they're going to be involved on the field this year. And it got me thinking what Buckeye we are most excited to see this year. And I know one for sure that I am ready to see, and that's Jermaine Matthews. I've been excited. I remember seeing him play in a state championship game, and I was like, man, this guy's really, really good. And we've seen glimpses of it the past few years in a backup role behind some really good players, Denzel Burke, Jordan Hancock, Davison Igbinosun that's still here. I'm super excited. I mean, this secondary as a whole, but I'm super excited to see Jermaine Matthews in a full-time role.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up because being out at camp, it was a fun 3 days. Fans had the opportunity to be out there, and we had the opportunity to be out there and talk to a bunch of different people over the last 3 days, and it was really, really cool. I will tell you, the first thing that I went to out there for camp was watching the quarterbacks.
I think everybody was, right?
And we can talk about, all the different players that we're excited about seeing and just the thought of Jeremiah Smith and how good he is and how, he could be one of the best wide receivers of all time and all that hype. That's fantastic. I still, the first thing I wanted to see was Lincoln Kienholz and Julian Sayin. And so for me, I feel like I know what we're going to get out of most of the players. I don't know exactly what we're getting out of the quarterbacks because we haven't seen them play. And so for me, the player I'm most interested to see this fall is Julian Sayin because of the talk about how big of a big-time recruit he was that going to go to Alabama, all that stuff. The hype around him, I'm excited about Sayin and seeing exactly what he can do and his leadership skills because replacing Will Howard's leadership skills is going to be very important. But most importantly, we want to hear from you this hour, and we've got prizes that we're going to hand out. We have Hall of Fame passes, so give us a call. The phone lines are open, 614-821-9710. We want to hear from you. What Buckeye are you most interested in hearing and seeing this fall? But also, a debate that we got into last hour was how the Big Ten is pushing this agenda of wanting to do automatic berths into the college football playoff. Obviously, the huge debate over the last couple of years is how we are going to be doing this college football playoff going forward. They're still debating it within conferences, SEC, Big 12, ACC, Big 10, all kinds of different opinions out there. 12 teams, 14 teams, 16 teams, automatic qualifiers. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I like the idea that the Big 10 has gotten into about having automatic qualifiers, 4 of them. Ross Bjork earlier this week talked on Bishop and Friends about what the Big Ten's idea is for the college football playoff. And Ryan, I think you got sound for it.
Look, we're a believer that we should go to either 14 or 16 teams in the playoffs. And then we're a believer that, look, the Big Ten and the SEC lead the way, give us these AQ spots, automatic qualifying spots, but then you have to play your way into those spots. So I think there could be a lot more dynamic where the regular season truly matters no matter what.
So I will give the Big Ten credit because the Big Ten is in lockstep on all of this. And listen, we can say what we want. Ohio State is going to be fine no matter what the situation is. Ohio State, I think we went back and looked over the last 50 years, maybe more, in a 16-team playoff. Only would have probably been like 3 or 4 times where they wouldn't have made it. We know, obviously, Ohio State has been in the 14 playoff quite a few times. They were in it last year in the 12-team. Ohio State's going to be fine no matter what. So a good job on the Big Ten of being in lockstep. The Big Ten, though, is worried about one thing, and it's not wrong, right? The Big Ten has proven to me the past couple of weeks they are worried about making money. First and foremost. That is what all of this is about. Don't give me this crap, and I'm not saying that Ross Bjork doesn't believe this, or the Big Ten doesn't believe this when they say, well, it makes the regular season matter more. Get out of here. It has nothing to do with that. It's about making the most money for the Big Ten Conference. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Just tell me that's what it is. And you have told me without telling me, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Again, phone lines open. And here's what's great. We've got Hall of Fame passes to give out to calls today. And that phone number, 614-821-9710. I can't wait to get the listeners' opinions on the number of playoff teams, how you do it. Do you do automatic bursts? Do you do 4 automatic bursts like the Big Ten wants to do? I can't wait to get to listeners' opinions on it. Let's do that now, Ryan.
Let's head out to those phone lines for the first time. Let's go out to line 1 and Gary. Hey, Gary, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, how are you, Gary?
I'm good, man. Hey, bro, I wanted to get your guys' opinion about the national championship or Michigan this year. What are we more worried about, man? As Columbus and real Buckeye fans, we can't stand Michigan, but we also want that natty. Is it realistic to slam Michigan and go see that natty 2 years in a row?
Thanks for the call, Gary. Listen, the most important thing, and this was proven last year, is winning a national championship, right? There's only one team that gets to hold the trophy at the end of the year. And when push comes to shove, if you're holding that national championship trophy, whether you beat Michigan or not, in the grand scheme of things, does not matter. I will say this. I guarantee it matters for Ryan Day this year, beating Michigan, because he's lost 4 in a row. And that's not good. And pressure gets put on you and all of that. And, a lot of that got erased last year when they won that national championship. I hope they can do both. I would think that they could do both. But I got to tell you, Scotty, I thought they were going to do both last year.
Yeah, I did too. But I will say, if I could sign up right now for Ohio State losing to Michigan and winning the national championship this next year, guess what? I'm signing up for it.
Yeah, you're signing up for the national championship.
Absolutely.
And even this year, even more, because no Ohio State team has ever gone back-to-back. So that would be history for the Buckeyes.
And I appreciate the call from Gary. And Gary, we're going to hook you up as our first caller of the day. We're going to hook you up with a pair of passes to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We've got more to give out throughout the show. Again, number 614-821-9710. We love your opinions out there. And let's talk about Gary's other thing about how realistic is it for Ohio State and winning a national championship. Well, here's the thing. Ohio State is co-favorites to win the national championship this year, right, with Texas. Mm-hmm. Now, the difference this year versus last year is last year it felt like there were 3 or 4 teams that legitimately had a shot going into the year to win it all. This year, I feel like that number is double that. I think it's probably 8 teams. You could maybe even make the argument that 10 teams have a shot to win it all this year. So I do think it's actually going to be more difficult this next year based on how many teams are good versus last year, how many teams were really good. So
this year is
that's kind of where I am as far as the national championship.
This year is just such a crapshoot because we know the quarterback position is pretty much the most important position in football nowadays, and most of the teams in the top 10, top 15, top 25 this year that you'll have ranked don't have returning quarterbacks. There's only a handful, and one of them, Penn State, there's just so many questions about the head coach, James Franklin. It's so funny to me how similar Penn State is this year to Ohio State last year, with all these guys returning, all the production returning, a veteran quarterback, although Ohio State brought in Will Howard, Drew Aller's been at Penn State, and then questions surrounding the head coach, right? Like, can he get over the hump? Can he win the big game? It almost makes me want to put money on Penn State because the questions, everything is so similar.
Well, yes, because guess what? They took the blueprint of Ohio State winning a national championship, and they're trying to replicate that, right?
And the defensive coordinator.
And the DC, of course. So obviously it makes sense. And look, you're right. There's a question of, can James Franklin get things done? Can Drew Aller? Mm-hmm. There's question marks, but it is a extremely talented team. I think you could probably make the case, if you were to talk about most talented teams in the country, I think you could probably make the case that it's probably Ohio State, Texas, and Penn State. And you could probably say Penn State at 1 because of the experience that their quarterback has.
For sure. Absolutely.
So I get why Penn State is right there with Texas and Ohio State as far as the betting odds.
Yeah, the blueprint is there. We saw it last year from this Buckeyes team. Again, the number 614-821-9710. We cannot wait to hear from you. What Buckeye player are you most excited to see this year? Do you like the Big Ten's idea of automatic qualifiers and play-in games? Let us know. 614-821-9710. Mark, we see you're on the line. Hang on. You're next on the Fan Call-In Show.
Winners of the prestigious Platinum Microphone Award every year, given to the best radio station in the world. No need to look it up. It's real. The Fan.
It's child's play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill, hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment, facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
1-800-GOT-JUNK does two things differently.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
So the donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
Your neighbors are happy, and the planet is healthy.
What's number 2?
We have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
And that's good for your neighbors and for the planet.
And for you, because we can come the day you call us.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Join the Fan weeknights at 6 for the Buckeye Show. And if you're asking if it's just a bunch of homers rooting for all things Ohio State, yes it is. Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes, the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's the summer event at Germain Honda of Dublin, and Rich has deals that are red hot. Lease the rugged 25 Honda Ridgeline Sport for only $339 a month, or finance with an unbeatable 0.99% APR. Or you can take on any road in the all-new 25 Honda Passport RTL. Lease it now for $449 a month or 3.99% APR. Summer's here. Dive into the savings at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for details.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because we know in making the most of your home, DIY doesn't just stand for do it yourself. It also means dream it yourself. And we're here to help protect the dreams you're building. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices, no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon.
Nice. You guys think of everything.
Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
I'm meteorologist Aaron White here with your 10 weather impact forecast for today. A high around 81 under mostly sunny skies. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for tomorrow, more sunshine in the forecast with highs in the lower to middle 80s. We'll see winds out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then as we continue through the week, highs will stay in the mid-80s. We will also see the chance for a couple showers and storms during the week, but otherwise a better chance of showers and storms will arrive here for next weekend with highs into the upper 80s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast here on 97.1 The Fan.
Bo Bishop is a media legend. We have no idea where the other guys came from. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. The Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The show that allows you, the sports fan, to be the star.
That's right. You are the star until noon today. 614-821-9710 is the number to call. We've got some good comments over on our YouTube chat as well. Search 971 The Fan on YouTube, and you can catch all of our shows over there. We want to talk about some of those in a second. But, Mark, you have been holding for a while, so we are going to head to you now. Good morning, Mark. Thank you for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
You're welcome. Good morning, guys. Hey, the two players I was hopefully looking to watch this year was the Max Clare, the tight end from Purdue, and the other one was the Bo Atkinson, the transfer from North Carolina. And I also want to let the fans know out there that if you're looking to go to an away game, I went to the Michigan State game last year. I went to the University of Illinois ticket office and they're selling single game tickets to the Ohio State game October 11th. So if anybody's looking to make a road trip this year, that's going to be a big game. Let's get the Buckeye fans out there to Illinois and root those Buckeyes on.
That's a great call, Mark. Illinois is one of those teams. They have a lot of returning production this year, and they don't have the toughest schedule. I would not be surprised if Illinois is a team, one of those at least 4 teams, hopefully from the Big Ten, that makes the college football playoff this year. They've got the Ohio State game. They've got a tough trip to Washington. I believe after Ohio State, they have a bye, then that trip to Washington. So a pretty tough back-to-back games there. But I like that call there, Mark, on the Illinois game. And, yeah, as many Buckeye fans as we could get in Champaign this year, that will help the Buckeyes' chances.
Mark's going to Champaign. Let's also take Mark to Canton, because let's hook him up with a pair of Hall of Fame passes, as we're doing throughout the show for top calls. And again, 614-821-9710. We have more Hall of Fame passes to give away throughout the hour. I love that call about going to Illinois. In fact, to me, look, I like going to the games in this shoe. I love going to road football games. I went to Wisconsin.
Well, that's because you like to stir up trouble a lot of times.
Well, yes, I do. I do, absolutely. But I love the idea of maybe doing Champaign. In fact, I wrote that down of, hey, let me get with some of my buddies and brother and see if we can make that road trip. Because you look at the Buckeye schedule, and you're like looking at games that you want to do, road games, and Washington's a tough road trip, right? I mean, you're not driving out to Washington. That would probably be number one for me as far as games to go to on the road, because I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
But Illinois is another good answer, so that's a good call.
Washington, a team last year struggled a little bit. Another team that might have a little bit of a bounce back. Did not lose a game at home last year. So, yeah, that's another tough one for the Buckeyes. I like his call there, though, about Max Clare and Bo Atkinson. You know how excited I am for Max Clare, especially with a new quarterback, right? Obviously, Ohio State has the ultimate safety blanket in Jeremiah Smith this year, but people are going to set their defenses up to try to take him away. You're probably going to see Jeremiah get double and triple teamed, and heck, that may not even matter. But I think having a really good tight end is always a nice safety blanket for your quarterback. And I don't know if Ohio State has ever had one as talented as this kid.
You're right. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the production that we're going to see out of Max Clare. And look, we talk about weapons all over the place, and you talk about the quarterback battle. And I remember before the season started last year, and it was like, well, you could almost plug anybody in there at quarterback with the weapons that Ohio State has. That was going into last year with Emeka and obviously the two great running backs coming in last year, and Jeremiah and all that stuff. And you look at this offense and the weapons that this offense is going to have, and now you're adding in an elite tight end to that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm kind of with you. Like, I cannot wait to see him. You also brought up Atkinson on the defensive line as well.
It sounded like he was great in the first few practices, at least.
So much hype over the last couple days about him as well. So that's a really good call. I do want to talk a couple things from our YouTube chat. And again, you can join us on the YouTube chat. But Nate brings up a good point. He wanted to talk about teams and the ability to win the national championship last year. And he said he put a top 5 out there for us. He said he thinks that Clemson is the safest bet in college football. He ranks his top 5 teams, Nate does, and he has Clemson at 1, then Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. And I give you a ton of credit, Ryan, because I think it was about 6 weeks ago you came in here and you said, look, Clemson has a ton of talent. They've got the quarterback coming back. They have a lot of guys coming back. They've got a coach that's won a national championship before. This is a team to keep an eye on. At that time in the betting odds, they were 20-1 to win it all. Now you look at those odds and they're 9-1. And I'm with Nate and I'm with you. I think Clemson is a pretty good national championship bet.
It's going to be interesting to see what those odds do if Clemson wins that opener against LSU, because that is a big-time Week 1 game. Not quite Ohio State, Texas, but could have just as much in the national championship and college football playoff picture as that game with Ohio State and Texas. I have a couple bets with Clemson winning the national championship that I might have a nice little cash out on if Clemson wins that game or the closer they get to the college football playoff, because I paired them with some other things. And listen, I think people are sleeping on Dabo for one. Like, he may have had trouble adapting, but he's starting to. He's still a really good head coach. And Cade Klubnik, like this dude was the number one quarterback in his class. He can play. And his numbers last year, 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions. He's the real deal. He can also run the ball, too.
So going back to Clemson and that tough week 1, to be honest with you, if you're betting, I would kind of like to see Clemson, and this is only for people who do not have their bets in on Clemson yet, but I would almost like to see Clemson lose in that very first game, and then those odds, which are currently 9-1, go back up. If you lose game 1, they might fall to like 20, 25-1.
Back to where they were originally.
And then guess what? Because they're playing in the ACC, I feel like they're going to have a great shot to run the table the rest of the way, get into the playoff, and get that extra value. So just a little betting nugget. If they were to lose week 1, a lot of people will jump off the train. Those odds will go up. That might be the time to grab Clemson.
That is a great point. And you know what? If that happens, maybe I will. Double down a little bit on that. Yeah. Let's get one more call before the break. Let's head out to those phone lines. Let's go to Robert. Robert, good morning. You're on the Fan Call-In Show.
Morning. Thank y'all. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, Robert. How about yourself?
Great. I like how y'all talk about the national championship runs and stuff, and I really think that y'all need to start talking about Matt Patricia more, because I really think that the defense is going to be buzzing with Caleb Downs and his last year top 10 pick stuff. Pretty sure that they're going to be going good.
I do think that is a good point out of you. Listen, the one thing we know about Matt Patricia is he likes to be multiple on defense. He wants to move people around, and they said at practice Caleb Downs was already in a lot of different spots. They had some 3 safety looks where he was playing the nickel corner. They're going to move him around, 1, because he's that good, and 2, as they talked about, he's such a good communicator. He's like a coach there out on the field. He can help get everybody in the right spots. I am excited to see this defense under Patricia this year and how he utilizes different pieces.
It's funny because I've seen a lot of lists of best players in college football. Okay. And almost everybody has Jeremiah Smith as the best player, number 1, coming back and just across the board. However, there's 1 or 2 out there that also doesn't have Jeremiah Smith, but has a Buckeye, Caleb Downs, as the best player. So, and again, this is why, like, you have the Buckeyes as the betting favorite to win it all, because they have the best player on offense out of talent-wise coming back. They also have the best defensive player in Caleb Downs.
And a lot of these lists have Caleb Downs as the best draft-eligible player for this year as well. It's going to be interesting. We don't see safeties drafted super high in the NFL draft very often. Going to be interesting to see if Caleb Downs is a top 5 or top 10 pick. I would say he's guaranteed to be a top 10 pick this season because he is that good. 614-821-9710 is the number for you to call. The Buckeye player you're most excited to see this year. What kind of college football playoff format would you like? Greg, we see you're on the line. We will get to you next in 2 minutes on The Fan.
Aaron, I'm freaking out a little that you're giving away $500 in free repairs whenever someone buys a new water heater.
When people are faced with an unexpected expense, an unexpected gift helps restore balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO. How many things can our plumbers do for $500 or less?
Tons of things.
Like what?
We can repair a toilet that's not working. We can replace a hose bib, install a utility sink or a vanity, run a water line to an appliance, replace a garbage disposal.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Replace a shutoff valve, fix an exposed water leak.
What's an exposed water leak?
It's one you can see. It's not inside a wall and it's not underground.
And we're going to do these sorts of things for free just because a person buys a water heater?
Yeah, for free.
Because we're restoring balance to the universe?
Balance to the universe.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Give it away, plumbers, genius electricians, and gonna make you cool again, HVAC technicians.
Whoo, go to geteco.com.
My name is Andre Roberts, and I'm a defender for the Ohio State men's soccer team. When I was in 7th grade, I fractured my kneecap. That was my first experience with Orthopedic One. My physician came in the room and delivered the diagnosis, and with the confidence that he had, it reassured me that I would be okay. And they definitely did a good job of knowing as a soccer player when I needed confidence, when I needed to be pushed, and they got me right back to where I was before my injury. Orthopedic One understood what it means to be a soccer player.
It's Child's Play to donate your car, truck, RV, or boat to Ronald McDonald House Charities of Central Ohio. They'll pick it up free of charge, steer you through the paperwork, and a hefty tax deduction rolls your way as you help provide a home away from home for families of seriously ill hospitalized children. For more information about donating your vehicle to Ronald McDonald House Charities, visit rmhc-centralohio.org or call 614-CARS-HELP. That's 614-CARS-HELP.
Oh, hey, the best football team in the country's on the best radio station in the country. Congratulations, Buckeyes. Here's to 100 more years together. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Back to the show of the fans, by the fans, and for these crazy fans. The Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We love talking to you guys. So we have the Fan Call-In Show, so we can talk to you a little more. 614-821-9710 is the number. Talking all kinds of things in the sports world, but obviously a lot of Buckeyes as fall camp opened up this week. 3 practices in the books already. Hearing a lot of things about the Buckeyes, about the quarterback battle, some of the new players coming in. Going to be an exciting season for Ohio State football for sure. Again, 614-821-9710 is the number. Let's head back out to those phone lines. Let's go to Greg. Greg, good morning. Thanks for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Good morning, guys. I'm really excited about college football starting in 3 weeks. I've got quite a few bets on week 1 and some futures, but I need some help. I'd like to pick just one team from the Big 12 to make the playoffs, but I'm having a problem doing it. It looks like a really competitive conference this year. The only thing I feel confident about, I think Utah is going to have a better season than they did last year. And I kind of like Texas Tech as a dark horse, but when I look at the conference, I see a bunch of 8-4 teams, and nobody really stands out head and shoulders above the rest. Tell me what you think. Who's going to win the conference and get in the playoffs?
Yeah, appreciate the call, Greg. And look, Big 12, if you're having a hard time, it's because everybody's going to have a hard time because it is so wide open. And in fact, if you look at the betting odds for the Big 12, it's wild because you have 6 teams that are all between 5-1 and 8-1. And you got, and this is to win the conference. So you got Kansas State 5-1, you got Texas Tech plus 550, Utah 6-1, Baylor 6-1. My advice, when it's this bunched up, stay away. Yeah. Like you do not have to place a bet. You do not. And again, because there are so many teams that are so bunched up, you don't see a lot of separation. I don't see a lot of value in that. You look at Arizona State from last year, and Arizona State made the crazy run late in the year, won the conference championship, got in. But it's a conference that is just so hard to predict. I know Texas Tech spent a ton of money in the offseason, spent a lot of NIL money, so I like Texas Tech a little bit. But, man, it is hard to try and pick a winner out of that conference.
This is one of the main reasons I don't like the automatic qualifier for the college football playoff, because I don't know if there's going to be 2 teams every year from the Big 12 that deserve to be in this thing. So, like, I don't want to waste 2 spots on a conference like this. I will say this year, and I've been pretty consistent on this with college football, in the fact that it's one of the reasons I love Clemson, head coach and quarterback. That's why in the Big 12, I think I kind of favor Arizona State because they have Leavitt returning at quarterback. And I don't know about you, Scotty. I really like Kenny Dillingham. I think that dude can coach a little bit. And I think here in the next few years, you're going to see a big-time college football job open, and he's going to be at the top of the list for that job because I think this is a guy that can really coach it.
So I appreciate the call and a great question about the Big 12. But again, if you don't have a feeling on a conference, you do not have to bet. Like that's one thing. That's one of the things that I've tried to learn as a sports bettor over the years. All right, sometimes it's fun to have action just to have action. Like I'll tell you, the Hall of Fame game on Thursday night.
No,
right?
you didn't.
Yes,
no, you didn't.
I did. I took the under on the Hall of Fame game. It ended up coming through for me, but I just did a little bit to have fun with it.
You were
right?
sick.
Just to have something out there, Ryan. Had to have a little action on that game. Don't put a lot on it because I didn't have a strong feeling on it, but I did win the under on that game. But Same thing for the Big 12. If you want to throw something out there, a small amount at something, I get it. But if you're handicapping, you got to go with something that you feel really strong with if you're going to put some serious money on. And I don't see it in the Big 12.
Let's head back out to the phone lines. Let's go to Roger. Roger, you have an interesting take on what you're excited to see from Ohio State this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what Brian Hartline's going to do. We got Max Clare, we got Jeremiah Smith, but if we don't have a good offensive coordinator that's new, I don't know if we're going to get them guys off to the good start. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see what Brian Hartline's got to do and how he's going to have our offense clicking.
I think that's a great call from Roger because I think that's something that a lot of Buckeye fans aren't really discussing or thinking about this year and everything. And it's not like trying to temper expectations for this Ohio State team, but there's just a lot of things that this Ohio State team lost, right? A lot of leadership, a quarterback, 2 great running backs, 8 starters. Now, I know a lot of these guys that are going to be playing on defense and starting played a lot of ball last year, but you lost 8 starters off that defense, and then you're replacing 2 coordinators. And listen, I don't think you're going to get a lot of arguments that Jim Knowles isn't the best defensive coordinator in college football right now. And even look at how good Jim Knowles was. It was an adjustment for him from his first year to his second year into what we saw last year in his third year. It's not always easy for a coordinator to come in and make a huge difference right away. I have a lot of faith in Matt Patricia, but he's going to have some growing pains here with the college football game, I believe, this year as well. 2 brand new coordinators, I think, is something that a lot of us aren't talking about with this Ohio State football team.
Absolutely. And Roger, we're going to hook you up with a pair of passes to the Pro Football Hall of Fame for bringing up that point, because it's a great one, right? A lot of people are talking about the quarterback situation and the new running back room and all that stuff. And people do forget about the new coordinators. Now, I will make the case on this one, though. Brian Hartline being in the system for as long as he has, I'm not worried about that. I think defensively, with Patricia and the complete change for him, right? Going from a pro head coach out a year to being a defensive coordinator, I'm more interested in that change of scenario than I am the Brian Hartline, because to me, Brian Hartline has been around for a long time. I don't see a lot of issues with that.
And with Hartline, he's got Ryan Day right there to fall back on as well on that offensive side of the football if he needs any help with anything. Also, Tyler Bowen has been an offensive coordinator before. I like the staff, right? I mean, it's great, and I think this staff is really good. It's just not always easy to make it all work in your first year. Let's head back out to those phone lines. Our guy Smith Coltrane joining us. Smith, where you been?
Hey, fellas, how you doing, man? I came out to the casino, and I had a good time, and I've just been relaxing.
There we go. Getting ready for football, which is upon us, my friend.
Man, getting ready for football. I just called in and hollered at you guys for a minute. I went out, and I got the Lindy Sports College Football book the other day, and it was a couple things that I seen in the book that I want to ask you guys about. The quarterback, they penciled in Julian Sain as the starter. And they also penciled in Peoples as the starting running back. And I wanted to get you guys' take on that. And I also did not see C.J. Hicks' name as one of the starters on the defensive end. So I just kind of want to get you guys' opinion about that and what you think about it and let you guys go and talk.
Great call as always, Smith Coltrane. And listen, I think a lot of people believe that Julian Sain is going to be the quarterback, so that makes sense for them in the Lindy's magazine to put him as the starter. I am one that thinks this battle is a lot closer than a lot of people will let you think it is. I think this is actually a pretty good race. It sounds like maybe Lincoln had a really good first practice and Julian had a great practice yesterday, it sounds like, with the pads on. I do think this is a battle that is going to go for a while. I'm not out there seeing all the practices, though, either, so I don't know. But the James Peoples part of this, it's interesting. Our guy Tim May is in here getting ready for Fan Sports Sunday. He has been a James Peoples fan since before Peoples was even on campus. And I think a lot of people believe that James Peoples is going to be the starter. I think James Peoples is going to be really darn good.
So, Tim, I love the running back discussion, but I think a lot of people want to get into the quarterback situation.
Not me. I want to get into who's betting on the Hall of Fame game. That's what I get into.
Yeah, Scotty Vegas, ding.
Hey, before we get going, that was one of the uglier football games I have ever watched.
Oh, it was gross.
I mean, Kyle Allen, whatever. Go ahead now.
Absolutely gross. Okay, so I asked Dave Biddle this last hour, and I said, okay, over under on when you think Ryan Day will make the announcement of the official starting quarterback for that Texas game. And I put that at 2 weeks from today. Well, will that announcement come before that or after the 2 weeks? And then I also asked him a percentage chance that it's Julian Sand. Yeah. He said 99%. He said 99% Julian Sand, and he said he thought it would be closer to the season than 2 weeks. So I put that date at August 17th. Where are you as far as percentage chance it's Julian Sand, and then also when you think it'll be announced?
Well, percentage chance, I'm going through that in my head right now. I'm thinking 80 to 85%, only because things can happen and you can regress, as you know. And then going into this opener, this ridiculous opener they've got, you've got to go with the guy you feel most comfortable with being consistent and getting, not making huge mistakes. Let's put it that way. And so, there's still time for Lincoln Kinos to make that move, in my opinion. I thought yesterday was a kind of one of those moments, one of those forks in the road a little bit, because I thought Julian Sand looked very comfortable, whereas Lincoln had a couple of problems. And so I'm putting it at like 80 to 85% right now for him, but that's still huge odds in my mind. Number two, I wouldn't be surprised to see him announce something sooner rather than later. Maybe not announce it to us because, all practices are closed now until the next time we'll see Ohio State on the field is when we're watching them play Texas. So I would think they might make a move just because you've got to get comfortable with that starting quarterback because this is such a big opener. That doesn't necessarily mean the race is over. It just means you got to get a guy ready to play against a Titanic opponent. Titanic, of course, did sink, as you well know. But the bottom line is you got to get the guy ready for that opener and then go from there because you'll have two, no offense to Grambling and Ohio U, but you'll have 2 games to really sort things out after that. So I don't know if I'm answering your question or not. I think they're going to know before we know in terms of officially making an announcement.
And, Scotty, real quick before we go to break, this was from Patrick Murphy, our friend from Bucknuts and also helps out here on The Fan, earlier this week. The days that Ryan Day has announced his starter in the past. Will Howard, August 15th. Kyle McCord, August 29th. C.J. Stroud, August 21st. Justin Fields, August 19th. So your date of August 17th.
Good over-under date.
It seems like you need to go over that because every time but one, and that one time was Will Howard, when I think everybody obviously knew right away that it was going to be Will's job, is the only time he's announced before that August 17th date.
But this game is on August 30th.
Right, absolutely. And
I know you figure everything out before you make any kind of bold comments. Said the man talking to the man who betted on the Hall of Fame game. Go ahead.
And this first game is Texas, right?
Yes.
So this is a different story than a lot of those other ones. I still come back in my head about the quarterback battle when it was Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett.
And J.T. Barrett was kind of banged up that preseason, too. See, that's what a lot of people didn't realize, too. And plus, you were going with a hot hand. Urban Meyer really liked what that offense looked like. Who wouldn't in the playoffs, right? So I think he wanted to capture that. Bo Bishop and I have talked about that a million times. He really liked being that over-the-top, stop this, and it just didn't work out for Cardale, man. After that Indiana game, it was obvious they had to make that switch back to J.T. Barrett.
614-821-9710 is the number. Tim May, you can hear him coming up on Fan Sports Sunday with our buddy Cole Bartemus until 3 o'clock later today. More Buckeye football talk. Bill, Clay, you guys will take us home. It's the Fan Call-In Show, 97.1 The Fan.
We have so many local shows, I can't fit them in a 10-second promo. So let's just say we're live and local all damn day. The Fan.
Irish Adventure awaits at the Dublin Irish Festival August 1st through 3rd in Dublin, Ohio. Voted 2025 USA Today Best Cultural Festival in the nation. This year promises 3 incredible days of Irish music, dance, food and fun. Enjoy unique Irish experiences as you explore one of the top festivals in the US. Drawing over 90,000 guests to Dublin, Ohio each year. Get your tickets at dublinirishfestival.org.
Delaware County Veterans Services, here for those who served. Located on the ground floor of the historic courthouse in downtown Delaware, our team of veteran county veteran service officers is ready to help you access VA benefits, emergency financial assistance, dental and medical grants, transportation, and more. Need a ride to a VA appointment? Facing a financial emergency? Are you or your spouse simply looking for answers? Then give Delaware County Veterans Services a call. 740-833-2010 to schedule an appointment. Delaware County Veterans Services.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This radio commercial was made to convince you to stop speeding. We can't use law enforcement siren sound effects on the radio, so we'll use other equally jarring sound effects to get your attention, like telling you if you get a speeding ticket, it doesn't end there. You have to pay expensive fines. You can't go to your friend's wedding because that also costs money. And your insurance rates could increase. See, we didn't have to use law enforcement sirens after all. Getting a speeding ticket has consequences. Sooner or later, speeding catches up with you. Brought to you by NHTSA.
Morning Juice, real football talk. Just two guys who aren't afraid to say what needs to be said. And that's how she wrote.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Now streaming mornings on YouTube and 10 TV Plus. Attack and dominate.
Stock up and save for summer with hot deals at Menards. Tackle your projects with rugged wear men's or ladies' work gloves. Plus, keep bugs away with Wasp and Hornet Spray. On sale now. Plus a 24-pack of Duracell Power Boost batteries on sale. Hurry! These great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, our full line of Tyson Fresh Chicken is on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What does it mean to live here, serve here in the Ohio Army National Guard?
It means I can attend college full-time and not have to take out student loans to pay for my tuition.
It means I can work my civilian job during the week and support my state and nation in times of need.
You too can live here, serve here as a member of the Ohio Army National Guard. Learn more about part-time service with full-time benefits at nationalguard.com/OH. Sponsored by the Ohio Army National Guard in coordination with the Ohio Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Ever want to be a radio star?
It's all about the radio.
Or at least hear your voice on the air?
The radio's all yours now.
This is the show for you. This is the Fan Call-In Show, presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Listen, if Scotty Vegas can do it, you can too.
It's true.
Big thanks to everybody that has called in today. We have 3 more calls to get to, so we'll go ahead and get right to them, fly through those. Let's first head out to Bill. Hey, Bill, good morning. Thank you so much for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Oh, thanks, guys. Great show. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. So I got a scenario for you guys. I just want to run it by you, and I appreciate your honesty and the answer you give me. So we got 2 quarterbacks vying for the starting quarterback at a major college, okay? Don't know their name, don't know their school, don't know their number, okay? The experience between these 2 is pretty much the same. Not much difference at all in experience. And there's been little to no separation reported leading up from the practice time that they've exhibited, leading up to the decision to who's going to be the starting quarterback. Size is somewhat comparable, not a really big issue between the 2. The difference here is one is much more athletic and actually had state championships when he was in high school. Which one do you pick?
It's a good call, Bill, and a great scenario. I think that what I would do is go with the one that seems to be the biggest leader, right? The one that the guys, that controls the room and controls the offense a little more. And I guess you don't know in that scenario unless you've kind of seen them in practice. But I think I would lean towards the one. And listen, the winning helps, right? The winning part of that in high school helps. I think there's just some guys that are winners, but I think I would tend to lead to whichever guy was leading the room the best.
Yeah, I mean, it almost does come down to the locker room, right? Like, who's got the command of the locker room? If things are nearly even, I'm with you, Ryan. Like, it's like, who's the leader? Who has the experience? Mm-hmm. And I like the call as far as like the athleticism and. In this Ohio State debate, you're talking about probably arm strength of Sayin versus athleticism, right? Mm-hmm. And so that, I think, is what it's going to come down to. But
I don't know if it's arm strength necessarily. It's just that release that's so special.
Correct, right. But I think the general opinion is that Sayin's got the arm strength.
A little bit better
But guess
thrower.
what? Like, Will Howard didn't necessarily have the best arm strength in the world. Mm-hmm. And then he led the team to a national championship. So he did it with his leadership, and it's a great call, though. Good question.
That leadership is so huge at that position. Let's head back out to the phone lines. Let's go to Clay. Hey, Clay, good morning. Thanks for calling the Fan Call-In Show.
Hey, gentlemen, how we doing?
We're doing good, Clay.
Good. Hey, I got 2 things I'm looking forward to watching. The first thing, I keep hearing about Kenyatta Jackson coming off the edge. I want to get back to Bosa time. I want to get back to Chase Young time. So really looking forward to seeing him and Caden Curry. And then second thing, mindset of our backup quarterback. Whoever doesn't win that job needs to be ready. We've seen it here in Columbus before, how important that backup and third string quarterback is, man. So I'm really curious to see what the mindset of the backup is.
Yes, and let's hook Clay up with a pair of Hall of Fame passes because, that is so true. With a 16-game season, potentially even a 17-game season, if you're talking about a Big Ten championship game, the depth is so important and staying healthy. But you're right. Whoever is not that number one quarterback has to be ready. And guess what? We're definitely going to see both quarterbacks, maybe even 3 quarterbacks in that second week against Grambling.
And Kenyatta Jackson, he may be great, and he may have an awesome year this year. It's tough to be the Bosa's and Chase Young, as we've seen here the last decade. Zoran, you're next. You're going to wrap us up on the Fan Call-In Show. Good morning, Zoran.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. First of all, greetings from Panama City Beach, where I'm walking around proudly with my Ohio State gear on.
Yeah, I love it.
Pissing people off royally. First of all, thanks, Team May, for telling me about that 7,000 lumen flashlight at Costco. I already had a 5,000 and I bought one. But also, I wanted to add something in that comment about how Cardale Jones got switched that year. If Urban Meyer didn't promise him that starting quarterback job, he should have went after that championship game, after that title, and cash it in NFL and be like a first or maybe second-round draft pick instead of falling down to third or fourth, wherever he was drafted. And he didn't do anything there. But he should have went pro where he could have right after that 3-game performance. The 12 gauge was working, and he might have had a better, NFL career if he was drafted in a different team.
It's a great point, and I will always say that too. Cardale should have cashed in on the opportunity. I think most of these players should have. There was a chance after that national championship run that maybe he could have snuck into the end of the first round, probably at least been a second-round draft choice. I'll never fault a guy, though, for coming back to school.
No, and look, that second opportunity too, like you had the battle between JT and Cardale. Cardale started the season as a starting quarterback, right? And JT was just so good. I think we talk about underrated Buckeyes occasionally, and JT Barrett and the numbers that he put up, people forget how amazing JT Barrett was as a Buckeye. Cardale was great, won a national championship. JT Barrett was absolutely unbelievable. And despite the fact that, he does get a lot of credit, I still think he's an underrated Buckeye.
One of my favorites of all time, that's for sure. Two of my favorites, Scotty, Cole Bartimes, Tim May. They're coming up next. It's Fan Sports Sunday on The Fan.
All the Ohio State conversation you can handle. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Your Ohio State flagship station. The Fan.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with a team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, loads and no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
We repurpose a lot of the junk we haul away.
Donatables get donated to a family that needs them, and the recyclables get recycled.
And we have enough trucks that we can come the day you call us.
We work to help your neighbors, the planet, and you.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Common Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino.
Mikey, it's time for the ultimate fan experience. You could win tickets to the big home team game.
Legal?
Oh, legal.
Oh, illegal.
Legal. Against a team that wears orange on August 30th.
It all goes down Thursday, August 28th from 6 to 7. All you have to do is use your Penn Play card or the Penn Play app during the month of August.
And you can win a bunch of other prizes as well. The more you play, the more opportunities you have to win.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, gambler.
Parents, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We're listening.
Yeah. Are your teens good with money?
She's a good kid.
She's the
but
best.
Yeah.
But I get it. Switch to Huntington Bank, and your teen debit card can really help.
Oh?
You can set spending limits, and your kid can track budgets, so they learn that money doesn't, in fact, grow on trees.
I think we need this.
Sounds good, yeah. We feel you, parents. Let's get more from teen banking. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Skyline is introducing a new chicken chili. Come get that world-famous Skyline flavor you love with a new protein option. Try the new Skyline chicken chili on Waze, Coney's, and all your Skyline favorites. At Columbus Skyline locations only while supplies last.
Road
trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $434 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.